Hello, welcome to our channel. In this video, we will talk about how we can complete a square on trinomials. Completing a square means writing a function ax squared plus bx plus c in the form a times some expression squared plus a constant. Here we have a linear expression like x plus some number or x plus 3, some expression like that one. So we have a times some expression squared plus constant. So if we can write in this format, it will be very useful in solving quadratic equations. In our next videos, we will look at how we can use this format to solve equations. But in this video, we will just look at how we can complete squares. So to complete squares, these formulas over here, m squared plus 2mn plus n squared equals m plus n squared, and m squared minus 2mn plus n squared equals m minus n squared will be very useful. So we will be using these formulas to complete squares. Let's look at some examples. Here is the first example. We have x squared minus 3x plus 18. Our goal is to write this in the format a times some expression squared plus constant. Since we have this minus over here, we'll try to use this formula. So if we can write in the format m squared minus 2mn plus n squared, then we can write m minus n squared. So if you look at this expression, we can consider x squared to be m squared. We have x squared minus. Next, we want to have 2 times m times n. So x is m, so we have 2x, and then we need n. Since we have negative 3x and we don't want to change the expression, since we have negative 2x, here we need 3 over 2, so that we want to get negative 3x back. So we want to divide by 2 since we multiplied this by 2 over here, and we want 3 since we have 3 over here. So this is exactly of the form m squared minus 2 times m times n. That's the reason we put this 2 over here out of nowhere, because we need that 2 in the format. And we have m as x, m squared is x squared, and it looks like n must be 3 by 2. That n must be 3 by 2. Since in the expression, in the formula, we need plus n squared, so we will do plus 3 by 2 squared. Plus 3 by 2 squared. Now we added this 3 by 2 squared extra, so we want to remove this. So minus 3 by 2 squared. Because again, we don't want to change the given trinomial. We want to write it in this format, but we don't want to change it. So since we added this extra 3 by 2 squared, we want to subtract that. And then plus 18 as it is. So n squared is 3 by 2 squared, m squared is x squared. So it looks like we have exactly m squared minus 2mn plus n squared. That means we can write this part as m minus n squared. So x minus 3 by 2 squared. So that whole thing is x minus 3 by 2 squared. And we have this negative 3 by 2 squared, which we can write as 9 by 4. So that is this one, plus 18 as it is, which is that one. We're almost done. We can combine these two. I'm going to leave that x minus 3 by 2 squared as it is, because this is this part over here. And a is 1 over here. So we can put 1 over here. Multiplying by 1, we don't really have to write that. So I'm going to remove that 1. Minus, now we combine these two. So this will be 9 by 4 plus 18. We can write as 18 times 4 by 4. But 18 times 4 is 72. So we have 72 by 4. The last step, we can combine those two fractions since we already have the common denominator. So it will look like x minus 3 by 2 squared plus 72 minus 9 is 63. 63 by 4. So this is the complete square form for the given trinomial. So we are done with this example. Let's look at the next one now. Here we have 2x squared minus 5x minus 3. The first step is to try to factor out a from the first two terms. So a in this case is 2. So we have 2 times x squared minus 5 by 2x and minus 3 as it is. Now we will work on trying to complete this part over here, x squared minus 5 by 2x. Now we will try to write this part, x squared minus 5 by 2x, as a complete square. So looking at this one here, minus 5 by 2x, looks like we will be using this formula since we have minus over here. So this we have 2 times, so we have x squared as it is, so that will be our m squared. So this will be our m squared. And we need minus 2mn. So we need minus 2 times x, so minus 2m and n. So for n, let's see what we need over here so that we get the same thing back. So we have that 5. We need to put that 5 over here because we don't want to change the expression. And since we have over 2 and we multiply that by 2, a way to get 1/2 as we have over here is if you divide by 4. So that we get this 5 by 2x back because 2 by 4 is 1/2. So we have 5 by 2 and x. So comparing with this format, we have negative 2m, so 2 as it is, m, and n is 5 by 4. Since n is 5 by 4, you want to have n squared over here. So plus n squared plus 5 by 4 squared. And we can close the parenthesis, this parenthesis. Now we added this 5 by 4 square extra over here inside the parenthesis. That means we added 2 times 5 by 4 square to the whole expression. So we didn't want to change the expression. So subtract 2 times 5 by 4 square and minus 3 as it is. So we are almost done. We were able to write here m squared minus 2mn plus n squared, which is exactly what we have here. So from there we can write m minus n squared because m squared minus 2mn plus n squared is simply m minus n squared. So we have 2 times m is x minus n is 5 by 4 squared and then minus the constant part. So 2 times 25 by 16 would be 25 by 8 because 2 by 16 would be 1 by 8 minus 3. We can combine these two constants further. So this becomes 2 times x minus 5 by 4 square minus 3 is 24 by 8 if you want to have common denominator. So that 3 we can write as 24 by 8. So we have negative 25 minus 24, which is negative 49 by 8. So this is in the required form, the complete square form for the given expression. Let's look at the next example now. Here we have 12x squared plus 6x. We want to complete square for this one. So since we have plus over here, so we feel like we will have this format since we have plus over here. So we'll be using the first formula. So the first step is to try to factor out a. So we'll be left with x squared plus x by 2. Now we try to complete square on this part over here, x squared plus x by 2. So for that, we'll try to use this formula, m squared plus 2mn plus n squared. Just by comparing x squared plus x by 2 with m squared plus 2mn plus n squared, we can all that to be m squared. So that m is x. So we want 2mn. Over here, we want 2mn plus we want n squared. So now we want to complete square on this part, x squared plus x by 2. That means we want to write that part in this format, m squared plus 2mn plus n squared. So we want to write that part in this format, m squared plus 2mn plus n squared. Now just by comparing, we see that m squared is x squared. That one, that means m is x. So we have 2 times x times we need to decide what n will be. So since we want x by 2 over here, we already have 2x. So we need to put 1/4 to get x by 2 back because 2 by 4 is 1/2. So n is 1/4 plus 1/4 squared since we need n squared over there. But we added this 1/4 square extra inside the parentheses. That means we added 12 times 1/4 square extra. So we want to subtract that since we don't want to change anything. So 12 times 1/4 square. So this is the complete square form. We just need to apply this formula on this expression here. So we get 12 times, so we have m squared plus 2mn plus n squared. This we can write as m plus n squared. M is x plus n is 1/4 squared plus, and this part we can simplify, 12 times 1 by 16, 12 by 16. We actually have minus over here. This is minus 12 by 16. Now we can go one step further, reducing this fraction. It will look like 12 times x plus 1 by 4 squared. This part as it is minus, if you divide top and bottom of this fraction by 4, we get 3 by 4. This is the format we want. A times some expression squared plus constant. That constant here is negative 3 by 4. So we are done with this example as well. And this is all we have put together in this video. Thank you for watching. See you in our next videos.